Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my first tutorial, very exciting times. So today is all about the skin. I'm just basically talking you through my skin routine, how I contour, how I apply foundation and all that good stuff. A quick step-by-step guide on how to achieve this beautiful, fresh-faced and glowy look, which I think is just perfect for spring. So if you're feeling this, stay tuned. Right, let's fix this mess. First of all, I'm applying some skincare. I'm using FINESSE, which is a pharmacy brand for sensitive skin. As I've got quite dry skin on my cheeks, it tends to get quite flaky, especially in winter. You can really apply this moisturizer whichever way you want. Normally I use my hands, but today I'm using a brush because I'm fancy. Next up is the FINESSE Thermal Spray. The reason why I love this so much is it's actually really soothing. You can use it after you've burned your skin and everything, but I also like to use it as a primer and also as a fixing spray after my makeup. Just apply a little bit of Vaseline on my lips. So now that we've got the prep and prime out of the way, the next step is foundation. For this look, I'm using a foundation which has a sort of semi-matte finish, meaning that the finish won't be super matte and velvety. It'll be pretty dewy and a little bit glowy as well, just to give you that super fresh-faced look that I'm trying to achieve in this tutorial. The foundation that I'm using is my all-time fave. It is the Makeup Forever Liquid Lift Foundation. The shade that I'm currently using, because I'm quite tanned, is the shade Y415. So let's just do 2 pumps. I'm using the 125 stippling brush by Zoeva. Obviously, if you want to use your hands, that's fine, but I just prefer to do it like so. What I like to do, I just always start in the middle of my face, and I'm using super light circular motions to avoid any streaks. I'm also going down onto my neck to avoid any harsh lines. I'm also going onto my ears. As I've got a bit of a baked beans situation going on my chin, I'm using quite a fair bit of foundation just on this particular part of my face to cover up all them spots. Nasty. I'm just taking the rest of my foundation off the back of my hand, and I'm just going in one more time and really blend out the foundation. As you've probably noticed, I've got really dark circles under my eyes, but I'm going to fix that by using a concealer by Chanel in the shade 20. Sexy. And I'm using my little egg again to just blend out the concealer. The next step is contouring. I use the Cream Contour Palette in Medium by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm sorry, this is actually a really old palette. I think I've used it for over a year already, but it's just really good, and you know, I don't want to bin it, even though I know it looks a bit manky. I like to go in with my stipple brush from Zoeva, the same brush that I've used for my foundation. I find personally that my chin is a little bit too much. In a second I'm going to try and camouflage it a little bit with the chocolate color, you know, using upwards strokes just to give the illusion that it's not as long as and pointy as it actually is. I'm using really light brush strokes here, nothing too heavy. I don't want to create any lines or whatsoever. I'm just going to apply the same shade underneath my cheekbones as well. Next shade I'm using is the cream. No, there we go, this one. But for this one, once again, it's all up to you. You can apply it whichever way you want. But for me, I just really got used to applying the lighter shades with my beauty blender. And I'm just applying this shade on both of my cheekbones. It's always good just to make sure that everything is really blended in. I'm also going to apply the same shade onto my forehead, but because I don't want to give the illusion of making my face even longer, I'm blending it out towards the sides rather than to the top of my head, to the crown. And also on the bridge of my nose. There you go. Boop. Now I'm just going in with my finger to get some of the shade Banana, this one here. And by using this shade, I'm just trying to get rid of these dark circles and the line running from my mouth to my nose. Use a bit on my Cupid's bow as well. Always take that last good look at your face before you want to set everything with powder, just to make sure that everything's blended in really nicely, that there's no harsh lines. Ideally, no one should be able to tell whether you're wearing makeup or not. As a powder, I'm using the HD Micro Finish powder by Makeup Forever. I know Makeup Forever, but I just love their products. It's a really good one. And I'm using just a regular powder brush. Don't try to rub the product in, just lay it onto the skin. Let the brush do the work. I'm actually not using powder on the whole of my face. I want my face to not look too matte. My highlight of choice today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I've had it for bloody ages as well, but it's just so good. It just makes me feel like a bronze goddess, and it's just really my favorite. I'm using the shade Dripping in Gold. And I don't want to go overboard with this one, but I just really like my highlights. And just apply it on my cheekbones. Ooh. And I leave it to run up ever so slightly up to the brows. It's just meant to look like the sun's just shining on your face. Now, just for the extra glow, but this is once again just something I'm doing, I take the shade Sunburst. There we go. It's the lightest one out of the palette. And I just want to make my face look even more alive. So what I do, I just highlight the highlight of my cheekbones. I'm going to do the little exclamation mark on my nose. And my Cupid's bow, favorite place, just underneath. Going back in, I'm using the shade Bubbly, this one. And this is something that I read Marilyn Monroe's beauty artist did. He would also highlight a little bit next to her nose. And since I still love Marilyn Monroe, I'm going to follow his advice. I'm just using a regular eyeshadow in this shade here by, you guessed it, Makeup Forever. And I'm quickly going to contour the side of my nose, because my nose is just a wee bit wonky. There we go, not too much. And just a little bit underneath to make my nose look just a wee bit more pointy. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I'm quickly gonna pop off and do my brows. Oldest trick in the world. Okay, so I'm just going to take another highlighter. I'm actually going back to Dripping in Gold because it's one of my faves. And I'm just going to highlight my arch where it's at its highest, just ever so gently, just to give the illusion that my arch is actually higher than it actually is. And blend it out as always. Blend, blend, blend. Next up, I'm going back to the Sunburst highlighter, which is the lightest shade from the Glow Kit. I just like to just apply a little bit on the inside corner of the eyes and blend it up just to make the eyes pop a little bit. For my lashes today, I'm using the new Bad Girl Bang mascara by Benefit, probably my new fave. Love it. Okay, so that's that done. I'm just gonna stick with the theme for now, and I'm just gonna apply the Fenty Gloss Bomb. One layer, and that's it. You're sorted for the whole day. Feeling bougie. Do you know what? I'm just quickly gonna pop some lashes on as well. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial and maybe even learned a little something. And hopefully see you soon. Bye!